Hey guys, welcome back to Sow Love. I am out here in the garden today. We got our fence up, so I am ready to plant my mini orchard. I'll take you on a little tour of what I have, what trees I have, but I wanted to show you how I'm prepping each hole. So here I have a Celeste fig that I got from my local garden center, and I've already dug the holes. I actually already planted the mulberry bush, which I'll show you in a second. But I've dug the hole as deep as the pot, a little bit deeper than the pot. And what I did was kept some of the native soil in the hole just because the plant needs to be familiar with growing in native soil, because of course you want to encourage it to branch out, and there's not mushroom compost as the roots branch out. So I've left some of that in there. And what I did was go around with my shovel and go into the sides and twist a little bit just to help the roots, give the roots a head start in terms of breaking the hole, because you don't want the roots to just wrap around the hole and get root bound. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this fig out and break up the roots a little bit. It's been raining pretty good here in Georgia, so this one of course is already in a pot, and I don't need to prep it like I did the other ones, which I'll talk about in just a second. So here I have some mushroom compost. I'm gonna add that in. And this is just some soil from my garden bed. I just happen to have a little extra from some transplanting I was doing. And I'm gonna go in and mix this up really good. So again, keep some of that native soil in there. And before you even put any extra soil, or as you're digging, don't forget to take that shovel and break up the sides a little bit so that the roots don't get root bound. All right, so now that's pretty good. Have that mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and take my fig. Dig down a little bit. At the bottom of the hole, you do want to leave some of the soil mix, so it's not just the... Now here in Georgia, we have a lot of Georgia clay, so in my case, it would just be surrounded by clay. So I left a little bit of that good soil mix at the bottom, and I'm going to press down some just to make sure that there's good contact in this with the tree. Okay, so there I have my fig tree. What I'm going to do after I plant everything, I'm going to fertilize with this Fox Farm liquid plant food, big bloom concentrate. So I'll go around with my water container, add that in. It says to mix in for trees. I'll do a heavy feeding, so about a half a cup per gallon. So I'll do that, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I have that one done. I wanted to take you around just to show you what other things I have planted. So there you can see the fig tree, right? Here's the mulberry tree that I did a little bit earlier. And this is from a cutting from my old garden that I was able to graft. So I have these other trees soaking in some water just because they were wrapped in a plastic bag and they've been sitting out here for a couple weeks. We had that cold weather. So I have this nectarine that I'm gonna plant in this hole. I have a peach tree that I'll plant here. And what I've already done is empty the bag of dirt that the tree came in into the soil, into the hole already. I have a plum tree, and I have a pear tree, and there's that hole. And though we have, you know, in Georgia, a lot of Georgia clay, really hard clay. I found a lot of rocks. I'll show you the pile of rocks I found in one hole in just a second. There were surprisingly a lot of worms, so that was really promising. A plumcot tree, and here is the bucket of worms that I was able to collect. And I'm gonna put these guys in my compost bin. There has to be like 20 in there. They're all hiding at the bottom. Let's see if I can get some of them up here. I was so excited because worms are always a good sign of, you know, pretty decent soil. So maybe Georgia clay isn't a bad soil. It has a bad rep, but it's not good to plant in just by itself. So supplementing is the way to go if you have Georgia clay. So these blueberry bushes will be another video. One of my goals this year, if you follow me on Instagram, is to be successful with blueberry bushes. So that'll be a whole nother video, another journey. So I've already laid out the bags of compost that I'll need. Here's the wheelbarrow. Oh, here's the rocks that I was telling you about from one hole I was digging. Just so you can get an idea of what kind of soil I'm working with. And my husband's gonna probably use some of these large patches of grass just to fill in some areas of the yard. So I'll let him take care of that. But I did want to show you the roots on these trees. So these trees were in the bag. I got these from Tractor Supply. And the root system is pretty good on these. They all look about the same. So there's that. Okay, so they've been soaking for about an hour and they're all ready to go. Okay, so that is my plan for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and pot up or plant up one more tree with you guys. And then I'll get to start fertilizing once I'm done. All right, so this is the nectarine. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out of the water bucket, just so you know and can see the roots a little bit better. Sorry about that glare. Let me move the camera a little bit. All right, so here's the nectarine, the roots on the nectarine tree. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring over my compost. And like I said, I've already dumped the contents of the bag into the soil. So now I'm just mixing. And I'm only going to plant as deep as it was in the bag. So I'm not going to go any deeper than that. All right. Sorry about the dog. All right, so this is our nectarine. Let's dig up a little bit. It's one of the neighbor's dogs. We have a cat. No dog just yet. All right, let's take that, leaving some of that soil down in the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up. Press down a little bit. And what I might do is add some sticks in just to kind of help train it to stay straight. So I'm going to take some of this native dirt or clay just to top it off with the extra mushroom compost I added in and give it a good mix. I'll call this nectarine tree a done deal. All right. So I have some wood chips actually that I got from a chip drop. I am going to top all these little piles off with wood chips. While I have you guys, let me show you just a closer look of what I just did. So there's our nectarine tree. I'm so excited about this mini orchard. I hope that it takes off really well. So I really appreciate you being here today and digging my holes and planting my trees with me, the start of this mini orchard. Stay tuned for another video on the update of the blueberries. I'll film prepping those holes. I know blueberries are tricky with acidity and pH levels, so I did get a soil kit, a soil test kit to do those, so that'll be another video. But thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.